Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage coming to you on the free tee, giving you a little tech tip for today, real quick one. So as you guys know, I use the TIG welder quite a bit when I'm doing a lot of my sheet metal welding, just what I prefer, but I do get a lot of questions about MIG and filling holes and things like that when working on a car. So something that I have found over the years that helps me, when you need to fill a little gap that is a little larger than what your normal filler rod would be, or if you're using a MIG, it's bigger than the MIG wire is, it can be difficult to fill a gap. So I have a little seam right here where we're bringing the cowl, the dash, and the sides of the cowl all together. And for strength reasons, I want to weld just this little seam right here up. Even though that there's going to be a windshield stanchion that's going to cover all this, I still would like to weld this seam up to kind of bring everything together and give some strength to the body, because these tees are kind of flimsy. Any seam that we can weld up is going to help with making the body a little more sturdy and a little less like a wet noodle. So the tech tip I have is you can take some filler rod. Now this doesn't matter if you're using a TIG or a MIG welder. You can take a filler rod that's kind of thick like this within reason, and sometimes you can find a filler rod that is exactly the width or close to it of the gap that you need to fill. So right in here on this gap I have about the same as this 1/8 inch filler rod that I have sitting around. And what I can do is kind of put this in the gap. I can bend this to kind of fit the shape of what we need, and then I can take my TIG torch and actually work up and down and blend this filler rod into the surrounding metal. And we're not trying to cut this opening larger, we're trying to shove a little tiny sliver of metal in there that might melt away instantly. So that's a little tech tip, and I'll show you guys filling this one right here and how quick and easy it is. Alright, so I got everything welded. I blended in with the TIG torch, or I went back and forth. Hopefully you guys can see that. It kind of blended in the filler rod. Sanded it all fairly smooth. I didn't go real crazy sanding it and blending it perfect quite yet, but it's pretty good. I wanted to show you guys, this is the windshield and stanchions that we got at Hershey. Much better shape than the original ones we had. Well, the windshield frame was rotted on the other one. Stanchions are pretty good, but you can see that it's all covered what we were working on. You can't see it regardless, but we do need to do some modifications to the stanchions to get them to fit the cowl a little better so it flows a little nicer. What we're going to do is probably lay the windshield back something like this. Now we haven't decided if we're going to set the windshield up on top of the cowl or if we're going to let it sit back like this. No matter which way we do it, we have to modify the stanchions a little bit, and I'm trying to decide what's the best way to modify the stanchions. So we're going to have to play with it a little bit. Luckily, we have two sets of stanchions. We have the ones that came with the car that are quite pitted. We have these that are pretty nice, so I might modify the original ones that came with the car in case I don't like it. We're messing with the ones that are pitted and a little worse, and then we can kind of use that as a pattern and work with these. But we're going to work on getting this all fit up here really soon. But as you can see, that's why we've left that body line alone, that I didn't make a section in here, because this is where the windshield actually mounts, and it's going to be covered 99% of the time, because most of the time we're going to be running the car with the windshield because it's going to be on the street driving. But we may take it off if we're actually running it on a dirt track or something like that. May take it off, may run a different windshield. I don't know yet, but most of the time I've decided it's going to be running with a windshield, so it needs to be laid back and make the car look a little faster, if you will. Straight up and down is too grandpappy, so we're not going to leave it like that. So that's all we have for this one. Hopefully that little tech tip and update on the car is helpful for you guys. As always, we do videos on Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays. Definitely leave us a comment if you like what you see, and definitely share it with a friend so we can get some more subscriptions. I appreciate it, guys. Catch you later.